highly to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support. The vibes you've been sending my way and dropping down the comments to let me know that you relate to the videos I've been putting out, or it's been putting good vibes towards your journey. Is truly a blessing that I can be a part of that, as you are definitely a part of mine. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. And if you are comfortable enough, please drop me a line or two. I would love to get a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting, gives you good vibes or a good message that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and just need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, or just even needing spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music I'm listening to in the background is so peaceful. It's called 528 Hertz Positive Energy, Miracle Healing Frequency, Ancient Frequency Music, and Detox Your Heart. And I will post that link in the description box below. It has like beautiful scenery um, that you can watch. It's like, giving you into that peace of mind. But anyways, the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyoka's face, don't drown in your sadness and pain. Because one day it will learn how to swim. And it's so true. I forgot what, Jay Sheedy, he said that in one of his videos. When it was just about this beautiful woman. I guess she was some kind of Instagram model or something like that. And, we always see something that's, people paint this picture at times, not everybody, I'm just saying some, to make their life look perfect and see like they got it all. And, they always have this, happy times. But it's just about, a lot of times you can be around a house full of people and still feel by yourself, and there's so many things that are going on in people's lives right now. Oh yes, I'm giving a shout out to a fam of mine. If you can please say a prayer for them. I'm not going to really say what it is, but they're facing some really hard times right now. uh Lafia Von Doden, please go ahead and say a prayer for them, please. They're going through some really hard times right now. We're all going through different things, and it can seem like the world is just crapping on us at times. You're really going through things and you just feel like it's like one hump, you get over one hump and then bam, another thing goes on for you. And it is, from what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing, is like we have to go through these hard times right now, through those times of despair. These are the times that you're becoming stronger through that storm. A lot of us are losing our jobs. Your marriages are failing. Your kids are working on your last nerve. You have financial issues. It's just stress even with your partnership or marriage. All these things are coming about where it's needing to strengthen you. You have to be able to endure that hard time for it to bounce you back as a stronger warrior, from what I'm feeling. And it's just like, I'm talking to different people, and they have gone through so many different changes in their life. And being able, it's not always a walk in the park to deal with what you deal with. And it's just like, people are like, oh, don't stress off of it. You can't tell somebody not to stress off and stuff like that, especially if you're not in their shoes. Don't know what kind of situations they're in. You don't know where their mindset is at, going through the dark times that they're going through. That's why I always try to make sure I can relate to people. I never want to say I understand what you're feeling. I can somewhat relate to the things you're going through, but maybe my thought pattern can be way different than the next person's thought pattern on dealing with the things that they deal with. This is the reason why I love giving using my platform for my experiences that I've had, There are so many people I'm coming in tune with. Our family is growing rapidly by the day. And it's just, we're all on our journey. We're all wanting to know ourselves on a deeper level. Just trying to see what the world, through our experiences, has to offer us. We're supposed to be here saving mankind, but you had to be able to go through those really dark times to be able to save yourself. Going through the SOS type thing. And then it's just like looking at my journey. I really feel like I'm so blessed, even though there's been really bad times where, I needed to collect myself. There's times, if you've been with me for a long time, it was like around this time last year, I took a whole month off just for me to be able to maintain myself, learn myself on a different level, allow myself to separate from a lot of things that was not serving me in that positive way. Being able to see things in between the lines, being able to understand things between the lines, and it's just like, I'm not exactly where I want to be at, but I'm okay. I'm not like jumping for joy type person, but I feel like I'm very blessed because I know it could be a lot worse. There's always somebody else is in a worse predicament than what you are, going through all these different times. It's like times is going about a big change right now. Um, it's like, it's sad, but it's like, it just seems like at times it takes for tragedy just to bring people together from all different types of life. Like this morning I was trying to even um what was it, I was trying to see one of those video clips from Australia. Ooh, I was in a ball of nerves. It was like seeing all those different things where people are getting the koalas out of out the forest and just hearing them cry. Oh God. I said, I can't even imagine what they're going through at that time or whatever. And it's just seeing everybody trying to help the animals, and the animals is all crying. I burnt myself really bad at one time. So I know what that feels like. You can put a whole bunch of ice water on somebody who's burned and it will still hurt like hell. Going through and seeing those type of things is going on, and it's just like, these things had to happen, but it's just, it's hard to be able to see it, but it's like, I can understand to a certain extent, because it's like the things that I see happening, they have to be able to see how people can band together, how they can see the world for what it is, and want to be able to contribute, towards these natural disasters that go on. And it's like people from all around the world is showing support to people. There's people that are, celebrity wise, sending a whole bunch of millions of dollars down there, to be able to help those people that are in need. I have family, soul family, in different parts of Australia, and I hope and pray that everything is well with them. There are some people I have been staying in touch with, and some people I haven't. So I hope, all is well. That's why I put up a post today, reading those things where, you can read a poem and you're placing some kind of vibration, towards healing the world in some kind of way. It can put an emotional strain on you, because it's like, with us being empaths, it messes up. I'm trying not to cry right now, because it's just, when you see things like this and you see people that are helpless, it breaks your heart, especially when you, oh God, when you really want things to change, and you're seeing stuff like this from the news, and you feel helpless at times. And it's just, you really hope and pray that they'll be okay. you know Being able to feel y'all at times is, it's like, it breaks my heart. But, and it, it allows me to be able to use my experience to help so many people find a peace of mind going through their times. We all have had our fair share of pain. We have had our fair share of heartache, confusion, saying, why did these things have to happen to me? You know, I was a nice person, or I was a good person. And it just seems like the most loving people are the one who has experienced so much pain. And it is a lot of time I ran from those things, because I didn't want to feel it. Because when I felt it hard, you know, and just being able to find a beauty in everything that has happened. It just has, I always tell y'all, there's a purpose behind everything you go through, and at times it really can really pull on your heartstrings. And it's just like people sharing their life experiences, and me reading the words, Sorry, y'all. And this music is not damn helping. And it's just like y'all go through so much, and it is like, there's days, even yesterday, just being able to see the things that I speak about. And I took that moment in time and tell God thank you. Even though I go through a lot of things and it takes a lot to deal with the things that I deal with, but I know I'm strong. These things that I've went through has really made me strong. And it makes me proud of myself, because it could have really went bad. It really could have. Not saying it didn't, but it is just all about what you're determining it. Your determination places effect on you. Are you going to allow your situations to bring you down? Or are you going to allow yourself to heal and be strong, and do something positive in your life, just because of the things that you have, things that have been placed on your life? And being able to do that, and it's just like, I send my love out to so many people. That's why I think it's just because the fact is I get so drained. I have soul brothers and sisters that be getting after me. They're like, "Well, if you don't go sit down somewhere and go recharge, you need to stop doing this so much." And I be rolling my eyes. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But it's just like, so many of y'all, you go through so many things. I send out prayers to everybody. I know there's a lot of times that you go through things and it feels like life is just at you. It really is. And it's like, I don't know if it's something like you had to be able to go through that impact for you to be able to appreciate, your experiences. I don't know. I'm just going by what I feel. The messages they send me out for me to reflect on myself, as well as project towards other people. We go through these body changes, you go through these vibrational changes, you go through spiritual changes, and they always want you to face the things that has been placed on you. They always want you to know, that you're not going through this. Don't think that we've forsaken you. You know, um, Better days are on its way. And I know a lot of times you can give, side eye and like, whatever, Roslynn, you're not living my situation. I'm not. No, but I'm living mine. And there's a lot of days I sit here and cry. There's a lot of days, but it's like, I'm actually proud of myself. If anything, I cried about now today is just like feeling all that, because it was just like, I hate being sensitive the way I am, because I'm so freaking sensitive. And just seeing like animals crying, they're running for their lives, people trying to help, other people, the firefighters trying to put out all the fire and stuff like that. People are passing out from, all the smoke, ventilation or inhalation, whatever you want to call it, they're consuming. And it's just like, we, as empaths, we feel everything. But when we feel it, it's like a thousand times harder. Like, when you know the world, if you're an empath or earth empath, when the world is going through different stuff, you're feeling it inside. You get to that point where you're irritable, you get sad, you get very depressed, you draw back, you seek solitude, all these different things, because whatever the earth is going through, y'all are going through it as well. You feel everything. And it's like, when you see just precious animals, it killed me watching that today. It really did, because it's like, I wanted to find out more. Is the fires all the way out? Um, there was so many casualties there, and it's ugh, my bad, y'all. Just being able to do that, because I guess it's just so much going on, and I've released a lot. And it's like, I wish I can save the world at times. We have that bad habit of wanting to weigh the world on our shoulders all the time, and we get upset. I've been like this since I was a little girl, because anytime I would see stuff that was really traumatizing, um, or it was just something very sad, and I'm like, "Mommy, can we go save them? Please, can we go save?" And I would really have a fit. And I mean, I almost got in trouble a couple of times, because my mom was like, "We can't do it. We can't do it." I'm like, "Yes, we can. Yes, we can." And it's just all these different things. It's like, when you have experienced so much, it's like, I had a family member that was in my life. And I noticed the things that I've been going through now. It's like seeing stuff like that. It gave me almost that same kind of emotion of helplessness. Of when 9/11 happened, it was I had a family member that worked in the Twin Towers at the time. Actually, no, they didn't work in the Twin Towers. They had some stuff to take over there because they worked like right next door to it. I can't remember what it was, but I was on the phone with them, and they were like, oh, I went to a party last night. I'm so hungover and this and that. But I had to, I'm leaving early for work, from work and going home, but I had to drop this stuff off. And I'm on the phone with them, and all I hear is, what the, and next thing you know, you hear this boom, and phone lines is just dead. And it was just like, I'm calling family like, hey, did such and such call you back? I was on the phone with them, I don't know what's going on. And then my friend sends me a picture of this stuff, and it's just like, we get to work, and I was like, something happened. I was on the phone with them, and next thing you know, you hear this big boom happen, and I hear them say, what the fuck? And then next thing you know, you see all this stuff going on. And it was when they told me how it was there, it made me feel draw back to that, because it's like we can talk to any family, because a lot of my family, on my adopted mom's side, as well as my mom's ex-husbands, their family, are all like in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, Long Island, parts of Jersey, all those different things. So it's like you couldn't be able to get in touch with nobody for like 2 or 3 weeks, and that was like nerve-breaking, because you didn't know. And just to be on the phone with somebody like that, I was like on a ball of nerves, just at work, just pacing, they're trying to talk to me, I'm just flipping out. And it was like that same kind of energy had came up. It's like when you're seeing this all over again. And it's just like you have that helpless feeling that you wish you can save the world. And it's just basically, you know, um, you have to be able to face everything. I don't know why that came out, but it's like my ADD, OCD, you will have me jumping and stuff like that. But it's just all about how you face pain. You can go through the most devastating things, but it allows you to go through your memory, your path. What is it? Your memory lane. That's what I meant to say. And seeing how life has hit you, life has also uplifted you. They want you to be able to face anything that holds a hindrance in your process. They want you to be able to face stuff. And even though you might be going through a really bad hellish situation right now, it's not going to always be that way. But a lot of times we have to have that smack of reality and some kind of trauma to wake us up. And it goes in stages, and it goes in spurts. It's like a wave. It can be okay 1 minute, and next it's taking this. But it's like a lot of times, from where I'm seeing it and the message that I'm getting, is that you had to go through that trauma, for you to be able to clear out for the blessings that are coming through that way. You had to really go through something that's going to shock you on a deeper level, and they want you to really understand it's always not going to be this way. There's people I talk to, they're going through some really bad times right now, and it's just like, oh God, I wish I could just do something to save them. But then there's a lot of times I get messages from y'all telling me how my videos has allowed you to look at your situation and being able to heal from those things, even though there's things that it's going to take a minute. So don't be hard on yourself, because there's a lot of times I even got mad at myself, like, why can I not get over this? Why am I still holding this hostage? Why can't I get over this pain? It's not going to just go away like that, especially if it's something really traumatizing towards you that has really took effect in your life in the most profound way. Going through the things that I still go through, there's times I try not to get emotional, but then when I allow myself to see the purpose behind this trauma that I've endured, it really allowed me to see the aftermath of the positive outcome of me just being open with the things that I've went through, me being open and being able to tell people on the real. you know I've been through a lot. I'm not saying that nobody else hasn't, but with me, it took a lot for me to deal with. And it's like there's times I hear me and my dad having a conversation, and he's telling me how proud he is of me. He didn't expect, like he knew, I was gonna be able to remain strong, but it's just the way I've been doing it, how I speak my truth, how I'm very, you know, out there about how I speak my truth. A lot of people don't like it, but then there's a lot of people that also appreciate it too. But I'm here for both of it. I'm glad that I have people that, feel some type of way about me. It's not to blow my head up or anything like that, but it allows me to say, okay, you must be doing something good. um, but that allows you to keep on going. Now don't allow somebody's negativity to stop you from your flow. You never should do that, because it's just like that's what they're hoping you would do. No, you need to go ahead and face everything that comes at you, being able to understand. There's a lot of times you want to flip out and just get mad and say, where was God when this happened? Where was God when that happened? Because a lot of things has to take place in our life to go through a whole full circle. It really does. It can catch you. Life can seem so unfair, and you're just trying to understand. It's like, you know, it's like if you're a numbers person like me, and it keeps on saying, your blessings are coming in unexpected ways. And a lot of times you don't realize the blessings that are coming in unexpected ways is when you're in that dark time, that bottom of the barrel type situation, because it allows you to appreciate the 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 circumstances that you have. Yes, it can be very bad. But if you allow yourself to see, what is this teaching you? Because it's just like when you have gone through certain situations and it really put you in a dark place, it allowed you to maintain, like, you to see what's happening to me right now. Once I get out of this, I'm gonna make sure it doesn't happen again. And a lot of times that's where your blessing in disguise comes from. And I had to learn that, and it was just like the way I went through life. It was like I had this I don't care attitude, or I was very bold about it and wasn't very discerning. I could be brutally honest and not worry about whose feelings I hurt. I had that, I don't give a damn type attitude. But it's like when I allow myself to not put myself in situations for anybody to disrespect me, or, use me to their advantage. There's a lot of people that hold on to you just because of the benefit they can get from being around you. I set healthy boundaries. I appreciate every lesson that I've gone through, whether a connection was a good one or it was a bad one, because it allowed me to say, even though, there are people out there that can use and abuse you, you have to understand too, they're still dealing with stuff like that. They don't, some people don't know how to be a real friend if they never had one. If you want a real friend, you have to learn to be one for yourself. And it sometimes it gets on my nerves where I can see, where I've really been, used or whatever. And then it made me just say, you know what, I don't like people getting close to me. And I've been that way. It's like, I did everything up to the sun for these people. I would have never did the things they did to me. But I had to also see for myself. Not everybody's going to have the same mindset as me. Not everybody's going to have that same heart as me. But it allowed you to don't allow the ugliness and the hatefulness in the world turn turn you into a mean, bitter person. We got enough of those damn folks walking around. You have to be able to use yourself an example. Like, even though there's a whole bunch of hellish stuff that's going around here, you can still be that positive impact in somebody's life. Be that positive impact for your life. Because better days are coming. We go through so many different trials and tribulations. And trust me, if you've been with me for a while, you know the things that I've been through. I try not to talk about them too much, but when I look at it is in myself, of seeing how far I've came. Because I mean, there's times I used to smoke weed after weed after weed, blunt after blunt after blunt, just for me to numb the pain that I had, just to be able to understand the process of losing a parent that I never had a chance to, reconnect with. And it's not just something that's something that I had to, gradually heal from, because it's like he's everywhere. People are playing his music, people are downloading, uploading music here. I steady get notifications about, different songs that has really impacted my life in some kind of way, or it's something that my dad wrote for me. And, and it's just let me know, hey, I'm still here. I know you don't really know all the things that are going out, but trust and believe you'll understand down the way. And it's just like, even though I didn't get a chance to do that, but, meet with my dad or whatever, just the fact is, from my situation and my trauma, how it has really allowed people to really see their path, really, understand their spiritual view on life. It allowed me to say, even though these things has happened to you, it's really not about you. It's about who the people you're going to connect with, the people you're going to help along the way. It's like, I wanted to be able to help people, but if I had to be able to help people, I wanted to be able to help people, I had to know what it felt like to go through the worst abuse, the worst trauma, and still allow myself to take day by day, to be grateful for everything that has transpired into my life, all the strength I've gotten from being in this experience, the strength and allowing me to see the beauty in everything, being understanding if this is my life purpose. I had to have to go across these things if I know I was going to help other people, because I can't stand to see anybody in pain. I can't stand to hear about people have been abused, whether it was verbally, physically, sexually, anything like that. Because anytime somebody comes to me and let me know, hey, I've been going through this, because to me, honestly, I to any empath, I've talked to people one-on-one and stuff like that. I said, if any empath, if you have went on in life where you didn't have no eating disorder, if you have never had a drug addiction, cigarette addiction, heroin addiction, crack, whatever, because there's a lot of things when it comes to empath, we feel things and we feel it hard. So for a coping mechanism or an escape, we use different things, whether, because there's people I know that are empaths that are bulimic, or they're anorexic, or they cut themselves, stuff like that. We feel things, and those are how we deal with our pain. But they want you to be able to face, because it's like, you keep ignoring it and you keep on, oh, okay, because I've done that. I've even said, oh, think about something else. No, you have to be able to face those things, because it's like when you're curving that thought, it's like you're savoring it for another time, and that's not what universe wants you to do. They want you to be able to see the things that you're going through, seeing the impact of the decisions that we made while we're in a dark place, or the things that was even the circles that we had, it led us there. It's all about how you see your life, all about where you want your life to go. Are you going to allow yourself to make that first step and change how you deal with things, change about, the certain things you allow yourself to get invested in, putting your energy in it, or you're allowing yourself to respond to it, or anything like that. Everything we go through in life is a lesson and a blessing, in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. It's all about how you're seeing it, because a lot of times you have to be at the bottom of the barrel. You have to be staring at your demons in your face for you to allow yourself to see, what, this is not going to be my life all the time. I'm going to heal from this. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to be a lot better than I was before. I'm not going to do the dumb shit that I was doing before to get me in certain situations. I'm not going to hang around with the same kind of damn people that was willing to suck the life out of me while they're sucking their own life out. It's going to allow you to see everything in a new, different view. And you're going to be able to appreciate that, because a lot of times we have to go through those dark times for you to actually see the blessings that are transpiring while you're going through these things. And it's like with my situation, there's so many times I sit here and cry and look at my dad's pictures, and, hear his songs, and, being able to feel him on a spiritual level of the pain that he was carrying while he was, had his little facade up, all those different things, allowing me to appreciate, the connection we had, being able to reminisce about the times we had our times we have laughed until we start crying, and, having little silly, corny jokes me and him used to tell all the time, and being able to appreciate all those, and it's just, is at times you may not be able to see it when you're going through these really dark issues at right now at the moment. But when you allow yourself to really see, you know what you want in your life, you know what you want to achieve, you know where you're trying to go. But it's all about the first steps you decide to make, all about the plans that you have put down, that you're like, hey, I want to do this with my life, hey, I want to do that. And a lot of times when the universe knows what you want, a lot of times you got to go through that dark moment, that real dark moment, to be able to see, this is what I want to do with my life, even though it might be hard at that point because you're going through so much, you're stressed out because you're scared, you don't know what's around the corner. But that's when faith kicks in. That's when your belief within yourself, belief in, the powers that be, kicks in. I always said I wanted to be able to help people. I wanted to be a motivational speaker, but I was terrified to talk to people. But now it's like, shoot, I'm on my phone. Y'all see how comfortable I get, because I be like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. I don't want nobody, get offended at certain things that I say, because there's times I'm out there, I'll be like, damn, I'm not talking to one of my homegirls or one of my homeboys or whatever. I'm on the phone, I'm on my video and anybody can see it. So it's just like, I tell y'all quick, I'm not a racist person. I don't judge people because their sexual preferences, but wherever place or, continent you're from, we all are brother and sisters, no matter what. You could be sitting up here being multicolored and looking like you kissed the rainbow. I'm gonna still love you just the same, you know. And all that was because it's just like I connect with so many different people over the world. We share different experiences, being able to know, that makes me feel good when people are open, because it takes a lot for you to be open and honest about the things that you have dealt with, the things you're struggling with now. Because I tell people quick, I'm that type of person. I'm not going to belittle you or, give you any kind of verbal abuse or anything like that, because people get that all the time. I want them to be able to know, there is a silver lining out there, even through your storm. The rainbow is out there on the corner right after the rain stops, after the rain stops, being able to not judge anybody. That's why I love to be able to talk to different people and being able to hear their experiences. Some people are like, Roslynn, I don't know if you might not talk to me after I tell you this. That's the only time I can see myself like just cutting cords with you. And number one, if you're a creeper, if you're a creeper, I'm not gonna deal with you. If you want an pedophiles, I'm not gonna. I can't talk to you. If you abuse animals or babies or senior citizens, that's the only time I stop talking to anybody. But other than that, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not God. He's the only one who can do that. I can't sit up here and trip off of you if you're sinning different than me. I don't cast judgment on people. But if you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna honestly give it to you. People have told me where they have really went to a dark place. And I never want anybody to ever feel like they can't say stuff to me because either they done took heroin or they done took crack cocaine or they done did this, because everybody has had their Achilles. Everybody has had something the way they had to, numb their pain, numb the trauma they have been through. We all done it. There's some kind of addiction. When I say addiction, it does not have to mean a drug, because it could be just the way you see yourself. If you kindly, you constantly talk about yourself in a negative way, or you do it to everybody else, all those different things. You have some kind of addiction, because some people have that coping mechanism is, just like with narcissists, they like to put people down for them to make them feel inferior. All these different things are going in your life, but don't allow your fear and your sadness be ignored. Allow yourself to face what is being dealt to you, but allow yourself to see, you know, where that rainbow is at the end, because it's just like when you have been to that dark place, trust and believe, when you have constantly been pulled back and pulled back, you're in a slingshot. Because when you keep tripping and falling backwards like that, eventually you about to get skyrocket right into the blessings that are heading your way. But a lot of times you have to go to the bottom of that barrel for you to be able to experience that. So never allow yourself to be, consumed in the things that are going on right now, because there's a lot of times you don't understand why you had to go through that. But the way I can say on my experience is not everybody else's experience, but universe gives me these, this education and this knowledge for me to be able to use my experience to be able to help other people see their experiences. And I've been at that dark path. I've been there to where I felt like the world was just punishing me in all different ways, shape, form, or fashion. Being able to see like how the people that claim they love me, the people I looked up to, can just stab me in the back like this over uh a financial way of living, while me and my children suffered in poverty. All these different things just happened to me. But then it was like, and then it allowed me to see you're a strong person. You don't went head for head with a lot of things that you shouldn't have survived. But your spirit guides has helped you with those times. It allowed you to be able to overcome things after one after another. And it's like a lot of people wouldn't have been able to make that if it was meant for them not to make that. But it's like you have always been protected through everything you have done. Died a few times and came back, where I've been dead for a long period of time, to where I should have had some kind of brain problems or whatever. But it's just like everything that I've went through and endured has really gave me a good bounce back. I never take anything for granted, try not to. You know, we're all going through a human experience, but it really, really, really allowed me to really see my life for what it is and being able to appreciate every trial and tribulation, because there's always a blessing throughout that storm that I've endured that I can really appreciate. And that's why, you know, God placed me on this platform, because there's so many people, they're in that darkness. They're needing something salvation, and just don't know that salvation will be yourself. You're going to be healing yourself in so many different ways, and then you're going to understand why a lot of times you had to go through the things that you went through. So like I said, if you can please say a prayer for Lafia, uh, Von, what is it, Von Noden. Yes, please. Can you say a prayer for them, please, in their circumstances? And I would love to give a post notification shout out also to Tracy Bertolin and Angel Viola. I hope I pronounced your last name right. I apologize if I didn't. But drop me a line. Let me know if you resonate. Give me a thumbs up, share. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. Um, yes, if you want to talk to me and don't feel comfortable with doing it here, but you really want to do a one-on-one, I have Facebook Messenger. If you send me a request on my main page, I don't accept those, but I will gladly communicate with you on Messenger, and then we can talk from there. Everything is confidential and stays there as well. So I hope y'all have a blessed remainder of your week, going into the weekend. And I will see you on my next video. I'm gonna do a couple more videos, and hope all is well. So I will see y'all in my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.